Greetings everyone, this is FNG Mazon, here to introduce myself and my concept. Over the last few years, I have been an avid chairsofter, my interest in airsoft growing and shrinking over time as friends or videos remind me that it exists. During the height of my interest, I would purchase a piece of gear or two, trying to get myself ready. At the time, I never really knew what I was doing. I bought gear because it looked cool without much thought to its actual function. This summer, I finally decided that I was going to do it. I was going to go out and play. At first, I was already going to take a video of what I was doing in order to learn from my own mistakes. Then I realized that there were probably some others out there in my position, people that could possibly learn with me. So I decided to put together this channel. During my initial prep work, it occurred to me that I had an interesting opportunity available. One common point on almost all the airsoft channels I watch is that the players only started taping after years of experience. This meant that even if they decided to start keeping statistics on things that they did, they would always be missing their earliest games. Meanwhile, I have never so much as even fired a shot. That was when my concept started falling into place for me. My gamertag often was already some derivation of Mazon, so I decided to make a play on the FNG insult, whose PG version could be read as freaking new guy. Given my obvious lack of experience, it seemed apt. From game 1, I would do my best to keep track of things like kills, deaths, and so on. I had my artist work up some icons to represent these. The initial icons came after my first match, so I could see which ones would be needed, but there are already a few in place for the future. There are two types of icons for me, the root icon and the modifier icon. Here's an example. This icon represents one death for myself, this other icon represents that the death was caused by a teammate or other ally. If I should find myself in a situation where an ally has killed me, then both icons will appear. This way, each statistic is somewhat kept in isolation, i.e., you do not need to add up my deaths and ally deaths to find out how many total times I have died. The outline for each video is going to be fairly basic. The video will primarily be gameplay that may or may not have some narration, the icons will pop up as needed, and at the end there will be a summary chart. This chart will show the accumulated stats for that video, and I will even include stats for events I could not end up showing in the video for editing reasons. Then I will show a summary of my lifetime stats. Following this, there will be a small segment where I explain a short lesson of something that match taught me, or if I had the opportunity, then you will see a more experienced player than I tell you what they think is the most important lesson for new airsofter. I'm going to attempt to hold to a schedule of releasing one video every 2 weeks on Thursday, if at all possible. Ideally, these videos will be gameplay videos, but depending upon my course load, it might be field reviews or something else. Only time will tell. Oh, and one more thing. On the off chance that I've kept up with this channel for a year or more, I've noticed that most new subscribers tend to watch videos in something like a reverse order. If you've managed to slog through all those other videos and reach this point, congratulations. I hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as I've enjoyed providing it.